What does Batman do when he simply isn't strong enough? Now, I know what you're probably thinking is that Batman is always strong enough. With prep time, he's literally unstoppable. But I guess a better question is, how do you fight someone with no weakness? This is a common problem for Batman that he's overcome time and time again. And that's what makes us sometimes forget that Batman, while being a superhero, isn't actually super. He's just a normal human like you or me. And that's what drove him to learn every martial art, train his body to peak human perfection, and develop groundbreaking tools and technology. He needs a way to level the playing field against these gods and monsters that he faces on a regular daily basis. And even with all of his skills and tools, at the end of the day, a batarang or shark repellent or a bat lightsaber just isn't enough. And that's why he develops the blueprint for the HELLBAT armor. To give some backstory, at this point in the comics, Damian Wayne has died and Darkseid has his sarcophagus. But Batman has acquired what's called a Chaos Shard. It's what powers the HELLBAT armor, and it's also capable of possibly bringing people back to life. So it's kind of the perfect 2-in-1 because he needs something powerful enough to allow him to survive on Apokolips and face Darkseid, and he needs something to bring back Damian. So with the Chaos Shard in hand, he sets out to build the HELLBAT armor. However, this would prove to be an incredibly difficult task. He actually had to enlist the help of several of the core members of the Justice League just to assemble the suit. He enlists Superman to forge it in the center of the sun, giving it a resistance to heat. Then Aquaman swims it to the bottom of the sea in order to give it the absolute best pressure resistance. After that, he has the Flash take it through the Speed Force to give it an immunity to friction. Cyborg upgrades the suit with an AI, allowing Batman to completely control it with his mind, and Wonder Woman actually imbues it with some magic. With this combined effort from the Justice League, the HELLBAT armor is born. But when the HELLBAT goes to retrieve Damian, Luthor gives him a warning. It's revealed that the armor feeds off of the user's metabolism, causing death after a certain amount of time. But Batman, being Batman, says, well, I guess I don't have time to talk, and goes straight to Apokolips. This comic panel is just so unbelievably badass, and it makes the HELLBAT name actually make sense. As soon as he starts flying through Apokolips, though, his arm actually starts to deteriorate from the suit, so he has to retract that portion of the suit. Then he starts going to the residents of Apokolips and torturing them until they tell him where his son is. He tells them that his son's body was taken by Calabac, the son of Darkseid, to fuel some super weapon they have, and Batman's just so unhappy with this. He's like, you turned my boy into a damn gun, and proceeds to shove this dude's face into the grounds of Apokolips. But in the time it took to interrogate that man, Batman's body starts deteriorating at a rapid rate, causing him a severe amount of pain. On his way to find Darkseid's son, he actually encounters some of his troops and just rams straight through their spaceship. But you know, cool guys don't look at explosions, they blow stuff up and fly away. But once he found Caliban, it was pretty much game over from the start. With the HELLBAT armor, Batman is so tough to beat, and Caliban is nowhere near the power of this armor. So he pretty much gets one hit KO'd. And we see yet another badass shot of Batman just walking over Darkseid's son. This is where Batman and Darkseid ultimately face off. Darkseid's like, you came a long way to die, bro. But Batman's like, no, I want my son and I'm getting him right now. While they're talking, Caliban attempts to sneak attack Batman, but he just uses a portal and shifts him to a different side of the planet, and proceeds to start beating the hell out of Darkseid. But then Darkseid begins to get the upper hand and rips the wings off of the HELLBAT. But Bruce is smart and uses the AI of the suit to turn the wings into bats to actually overwhelm Darkseid. But this fight has really taken a toll on Batman's body, and he's near the brink of death, so he tells Darkseid to just kill him. Darkseid shoots his Omega Beam blast towards Batman, but he pulls out the Chaos Shard last second, which absorbs the Omega Beams. He takes all of the energy from the shard and diverts it to the chest of his suit, letting a final blast out that throws Darkseid to the ground and actually knocks him out. Then he grabs his son and has Cyborg open up a boom tube back to Earth. But unfortunately, the suit has done so much damage to his body at this point that if he takes it off, he'll die. And he thinks that he probably will die right now. With his last bit of energy, he takes the shard and stabs it into Damian's chest, but something unexpected happens. The shard evaporates the HELLBAT suit and heals him and Damian, finally allowing Batman to have a happy ending.